I want to read a scripture in Proverbs. It says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing, a good life and treasure, and obtains favor from the Lord." Let me just ask, do we have anyone in here that's over 50? Married over 50 years. Married over, come on, Julie, stand up. All right, here's another one. All right. Wow, that's huge. And they're still alive to talk about it. Well, I wrote some things down because I want to reminisce a little bit about dating relationships. And, you know, there's dating relationships before Christ, there's dating relationships after Christ, and so many times we do things wrong in our dating relationship, in our marriages, and we learn even from failure. But let's look at Jacob for a minute. Jacob, his father Isaac told him, he says, okay, you need to go find your wife, but I want you to find a wife and make sure you don't pick her out of the Canaanites. But I want you to pick one of the daughters of Laban. Now, I think that's important that we listen to our parents. Now, this might seem old-fashioned, but I really believe that parents have a lot of wisdom and discernment. Now, granted, there's times where our parents can miss God. So what do we do in these situations where you feel like, man, this is the Lord's will, I'm really in love with this person, and they're in love with me, and I just believe that this is a match made in heaven? Well, I always believe that the Lord wants us to appeal to authorities. And the ultimate authority to appeal to is the Lord. So if you're dating someone, and matter of fact, I have a friend that just a few weeks ago was struggling because they're from India, and their parents are not approving the relationship, and she's heartbroken. And I saw that on Facebook, and so I sent a message just trying to encourage her in the Lord. And I said, have you made an appeal to the Lord? Have you submitted to the authority of your parents? And this person is in her 40s. So you would think, I'm an adult. I'm on my own now. I don't really need to take my parents' suggestions, opinions anymore, and I can move on and do what I want to do. But I recommended to her, I said, listen, start praying to the Lord. Go to the Lord, your authority, and ask the Lord to move in your parents' heart. Let the Lord put pressure on your parents to change their heart versus you going to your parents and rebelling against their authority. So basically, she started praying, asking the Lord to do a work, and I noticed that they're back together. I did not ask any questions, but I felt like she made an appeal to the Lord first, and then I told her the second appeal after you pray is if you don't sense the Lord moving in your parents' heart, go to them in humility. Go to them in submission. And you go to them and you say, Mom and Dad, this is the situation. I really love this person. They love me. We have this incredible relationship. I want to honor you. And in honoring you, I will set this relation aside if you believe this is what's best for me. Do you see the humility there and the honor? That's so key in this life because it gives the Lord an opportunity to work in their heart versus rebelling, saying, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my own will. And what happens a lot of times is, yes, the relationship might work out for a while, but on down the road, when you start suffering with issues in the relationship, it's going to come back to you. The enemy's going to bombard your mind, and they're going to come and discourage you. It's going to break relationships with your family. It's going to be, I told you so, or I should have listened to you, all those type things. So I want to encourage you Learn to submit to authority. The ultimate authority is the word of the Lord, right here. The word of the Lord.